MEOW, part of that philosophy that Ben Johnson ascribes to would be the last shot mentality. You know, it's like in a basketball, you get a 24-second clock. You want to make sure you don't fire it up, because if the other team goes down and scores, well, the net points are going to be the same. At this point, with a 3-point lead, you're guaranteeing a 3-point lead at half.
Remember, Dallas gets the ball, TB, to start the third quarter, too. Here's Williams back, looking deep, throwing deep down the middle. He's got a completion, and a big one, too. And it's Burden again, who had the long touchdown off the flea flicker. And this time he's down to the 10 for a first and goal.
And now you're thinking touchdown. Now we got to get in, boys. Come on. And a good call on a timeout here. I like this. Going to resettle the whole plan now. Now you're dealing with 10-yard goal-to-go
This is as good as the Chicago Bears have looked on offense so far this season, and maybe one of the better first halves of Caleb Williams' young career. Ben Johnson dialing it up, and the Bears knocking on the doorstep again. We have the third quarter kickoff with the Broncos trailing the Chargers 10-7 in this AFC West matchup.
And finally,
we'll get you to more action here in just a bit. The Bears and Cowboys game is just in a quick, I think it's a 30-second timeout. We'll get you right back to Soldier Field for first and goal with 30 seconds remaining.
Coach, some injuries to your offensive line, and the Broncos have been able to get a lot of pressure on Justin Herbert. How do you adjust?
We got some strain both sides of the ball. Guys are playing. I mean, everybody's playing hard. Just execution been good, so we're just going to keep going here.
Any update on Najee Harris?
Yeah, no update at this time.
Thank you.
Season 4-4 in the red zone.
Williams, fire. Connect. Touchdown, Chicago.
Really good play design.
it's a 1st and 10 handoff, and look at turning the corner, going now. Dobbins, it's a foot race by the former Charger downfield, and then belted out of play as he was running. Tony Jefferson saved it.
They have a great chemistry between Williams and Kmet. Great design and great execution.
Extra point is up, and that is good. So Caleb Williams,
2-1 run from a running back of more than 21 yards. They've had several in the first couple games of this season as they revamped their running attack from the 19, 2nd and 4. The pressure, the McGlinchey block. Nice catch made with the stiff arm. Dobbins inside the 5, diving, touchdown! Let's see if he's in or not. He was walking the tightrope. What a way to begin things for Denver.
well, and Kevin, you got to go back and look at this. This may be a run. I thought the ball went backwards. It's a pretty lateral as you see the toes dance along the sideline multiple times.
Nice block by Mims right there, too. They're looking at it as they do every scoring play.
This will be the angle to see. Is there green between the shoes? There it is. There'll be another one coming up here.
Yes.
There it is. Oh. There it is.
Oh, wow. What a run. 19 yards. And the extra point good, and Denver has their first lead today.
And so we go on into the second half with Denver jumping out 14-10. We still have 25 seconds to resolve the first half here in Chicago. But Caleb Williams, 3 touchdown passes in the first half.
They scored with 25 seconds.
Creative play calling here. The Chicago faithful loving it on what appears to be a good football
1 or 2 passes
day in the state of Illinois.
Turpin's going to take that. I thought he might let it see this.
Monte Turpin is coming back. We'll take Caleb Williams' numbers there just to put a button on it. He is 10 of 16, 239 yards, and those 3 touchdown passes. First
every
half.
kid has a coach who believes in them and helps them believe in themselves. Visit coachacrossamerica.org or scan the QR code on your screen to learn more. Now, Cowboys are out of timeouts. Let's get 18 seconds left. And realistically, with Aubrey's leg, you need what, midfield?
Yeah, and that's, 28 yards to go with 18 seconds. They're definitely behind the time here with no timeouts. I would play this pretty safe if I was the Cowboys.
Three-man rush. So Prescott's got all day. Now a little pressure. Rolls away. There's nobody open, by the way. Looking, throwing, and out. Ferguson comes back to get him. Clock is running, though, with 5 seconds. Not sure that they'll stop this.
They can't run it.
And that'll be that. Yeah. So, Bears fans on their feet, having something to cheer about in this first half. And a big first half.
It's time for today's Good Hands Play of the Day, presented by Allstate.
Let's go back to this Cleveland-Green Bay game. A stunner for the Green Bay Packers, and the Cleveland Browns winless coming into today, coming off the edge on a Brandon McManus potential game-winning field goal attempt. They block it. Harris gets just a hand up. That was with 27 seconds left to go. Joe Flacco hit a couple passes to put them in field goal range, and the game-winning field goal goes through the uprights. And Andre Schmidt and the party is on for Cleveland. They shock and upset the Packers 13-10 for the Browns' first win of the year. Packers' first loss.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
So that's the name. That's Connor Colby, the rookie out of Iowa, who is stepping in for Ben Farch, who went to the IR. And then Colby had a groin injury this week that popped up on Thursday. He was locked up with Mac Wilson, and they called him for a hold.
Just held on a little too long there, but the reason you pick up a guy like this, he's a great scheme fit in a lot of their zone runs. And they weren't expecting him to play this early. He was more of a draft and develop type player, but he's got thrust into the spotlight, and he can't hurt his team.
They find McCaffrey on 1st and 16, and he gets right near the sticks as he bangs into Akeem Davis-Gaither. They'll give him the first down to the 46-yard line.
I don't care what happens. You need to follow 23. And they just get outflanked on the outside. And that's one of those communication things. When you're working in different players into your lineup, they got to communicate where Christian McCaffrey's going.
He's going nowhere on this one. The run stopped by Dalvin Tomlinson for no gain. Second down.
And this has kind of been...
All right, so we've got the kickoff after the Denver Broncos scored their touchdown to take the lead. Darius Davis is your return man. He's up over the 20, looking for a seam, thinks he has one, and loses the football. Stripped away from him in ball security. Fails the Chargers here. Bottom of the pile. They're going to say Denver comes up with it. You can see the punch. 52 came in to punch it. Jonah Ellis. Yeah, the backup linebacker coming up with the punch away from Davis. And Bo Nix and company are set up in the first 90 seconds of the third quarter.
But now a turnover, put them back in scoring range.
The momentum, a complete swing from the 30. Draw play, Dobbins, not much there.
We are into third quarter action with Seattle commanding lead over the New Orleans Saints. Sam Darnold still pressing it downfield here. A lot of football to be played. Cooper Kupp is there, former NFL Offensive Player of the Year. Gets a 23-yard catch. Sam Darnold, 11 of 12, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a perfect passer rating.
An Achilles injury and a tear. Second down and 8. 7 of 15, Bo Nix. Empty backfield, blocked by Bowles. Nix with time, going for it all. Incomplete to Mims. They've been so close twice on deep balls here this afternoon. Incomplete.
That was the pressure once again. The Chargers only bringing 4. Mims stepping up in the pocket, not able to set his feet. So just not able to connect with Mims. Once again, just beyond the reach of Mims' hands in the end zone. Had one early in the first half.
on the flea flicker that they weren't able to connect on, but that consistent pressure from the Chargers, even though they've only sacked him once, they've been bothering him all day.
This Jesse Miller is the defensive coordinator. 3rd down and 8 out of the backfield. That was Mims on a deflected ball. He's shy of the first. Spun out of bounds near the 24. He picks up 4 in the play. 4th down. Over there was Murphy along with others.
Well, here's another tip at the line of scrimmage, and we brought that up in the
We'll double box in.
Batted down.
2 games early on in the 3rd quarter here. Seattle's commanding lead on the right-hand side. Denver Broncos continuing to move on the left. 4th and 4 upcoming, and I think the field goal team is out for Denver.
On a fumble on a kickoff return for the Chargers. It's good. Nails it through. Lutz hits from 42. And now Denver's lead.
It's Clint Kubiak signaling in the next, or calling in the next call to Sam Darnold. Be interesting what he wants to go with here, because they could play very conservatively, and there's Brandon Staley, a defensive coordinator for New Orleans, who've seen better days than what he's seeing today, but wants to see what kind of pride he has on that side of the ball. How will they stand in here in these tough situations?
Seattle will run it on 3rd and long, and Walker escapes Brzee and then goes up high. Maybe he got a yard, but it was still very exciting to watch as Walker tried to go over Kool-Aid McKinstry. He actually lost a yard on the play. Well, let's look at it again anyway.
I don't know if he wants to be doing that in the middle of the field, but my goodness, Charles, he was skying. Kool-Aid McKinstry is barely bent over as he's coming up, and he's still over top of him.
Yeah, he's got more guts than I've got, I can tell you that. Stay on the ground, guys. Stay on the ground.
Myers from 51 yards away, and his kick is blocked. So the Saints return the favor, but there is a flag down.
Seattle's going to keep this football, going to get another opportunity here, guys. They jumped too fast off of the edge.
Justin Reed.
Offside, defense number 21, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
But you understand it, don't you? Justin Reed, a veteran guy, used to winning 2 Super Bowls in Kansas City. He's going crazy right now watching what he's watching, right? It'll be top of the screen. There he is. And he's just trying to get any type of advantage to make a play for his team, and he was a little bit too quick.
And 4th and 18, a lot of the times for these guys on the field goal block team, there's something that you're trying to dial up. You're looking at maybe the way the long snapper or maybe the holder, the punter, when he flashes his hand. So you kind of take that risk on a 4th and 18.
So now Myers from 46 yards away, and this one is good. Second field goal of the afternoon for Myers.
It's time for Earn Your Sunday, presented by Lowe's.
Let's go to Charlotte, North Carolina, where Lowe's has their world headquarters and where Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers went to work against their division opponent, the Atlanta Falcons. The Panthers came up with a defensive performance for the ages for them. 2 interceptions. They had a fumble recovery. They had 2 turnovers on downs. Atlanta did nothing in this game. Nothing on the scoreboard, at least. 30-0 was the final score. The Panthers are off the schneid. They get their first victory of 2025. The Falcons take their second loss. Both teams are 1-2 as the Panthers most definitely earned their Sunday.
And the Broncos with pressure on Herbert with 3 sacks. They've got 2 takeaways, including an interception and that fumble retrieval moments ago with the ensuing kickoff and taken by Davis, who's not 100% physically, and clubbed right there at the 25. Hit hard on the play by Devin King.
We just had an injury in the San Francisco-Arizona game with the Cardinals possessing the football in their own territory. James Conner, he got twisted really awkwardly. And this, not good. A tackler was high and a tackler was low on him. And Conner down and injured. They did not show a replay. They went to commercial break. We'll get word on Conner when we can. James Conner injured on that play.
Matlock with the block. And they go to Hampton. And quickly on him on the other side is Cooper. Wrestles him out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He picks up a yard. Second down and 9. And that was Herbert's 2,000th career pass completion. The second fastest to reach 2,000 and back of Patrick Mahomes. This is Herbert's 82nd start. Mahomes did it in his first 81. They are neck and neck. Good job by Larry Costigan, who manages our booth, along with our chief statistician, Brian Taylor. Second down, 9, Herbert to the air, and again underneath. Checking off to Hampton. Cooper couldn't get him. And then finally finished off by Stranad. And down he goes near the line of scrimmage. Flag thrown on the play.
Illegal contact, defense number 2. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And Pat Surtain will pick that up.
Well, basically, illegal contact means your hands are on him. Here they are right in the slot. Oh, that was actually Moss. So number 2 there on Quentin Johnson on the outside, and he gets his hands past that 5-yard mark. You can see why the Broncos in their sideline were upset about that
awful
call.
Scene in Santa Clara, California. James Conner, 9-year running back, one of the quality running backs in the NFL, being carted off the field, and you can see the concern by all of his teammates who have come out to give their well wishes to him, pat him on the shoulder. They did not show the replay. I believe it was one of those injuries where they're electing to not show the replay. James Conner down, injured, and being carted into the locker room at Levi Stadium in that Niners-Cardinals game.
Greg Roman used to coach the offensive game for Baltimore, and John Harbaugh. Here's a 1st and 10, Herbert. Alt sticking with his block, incomplete. McConkey went down. Stranad was defending. There goes the flag, but it's downfield at about the 38.
Pass interference, defense number 9. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
Talanoa picks it up.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Ponga comes in late, right in the middle of the field, and dives and clips his ankle. It was hard to see him at the beginning of that play, and as he came from shooting from out of the screen to swipe the ankles of McConkey.
Ponga has been in double-digit tackles the first 2 games. It's a 1st and 10 from midfield for Herbert. 11 at 21. Hampton the call. And he's stoned behind the line. Stranad got him. Flag thrown again. Third down.
Rattler in trouble, and down he goes. And that's Byron Murphy.
Holding, defense number 98. 5-yard penalty, automatic for now.
So the penalties are mounting up here on this drive.
The secondary. Because they snuffed out every possible target for Rattler, and then with the extra effort, here comes Byron Murphy, the number 1 pick last year at the University of Texas. Coming in.
They had some problems with that early in this game, and now pick it up here again on this drive.
First and 10. Underneath they go, and it's Gadsden again in his first NFL game. Moss knocks him out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, second down and 6. You may remember Aronde Gadsden, his dad, who was a receiver with a couple teams, most, I guess, famously with Miami, and that's where this young man was born and played his high school ball. He was part of 2 state championship teams in the Miami area.
I definitely remember his dad, and he had some couple impressive seasons down there in Miami.
Second down and 6 for Herbert. Number 2 passer rating coming into today. Hampton out of the backfield. Always read it well, but not before the catch and run gets him the first of the first.
Okay, we're going to show you the James Conner injury. If you're not particular about these things, you might want to look away for a second. It's his right leg. It'll get bent awkwardly underneath him as he was met at the line of scrimmage trying to find some room to make a run here. The right leg is planted. 2 Niners converge on him at the same time. You saw the cart had to come out to take him off the field. Our best to James Conner, Trey Benson, and Amari DiMarcado, the backup running backs for Arizona today.
First and 10. Hampton, head down. The former high college All-America takes it near the 30-yard line.
So Kyler Murray with his starting running back out for the game. We would assume you've got Kyler Murray going to the air more. Has a man? Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, you're kidding me. Marvin Harrison Jr., known to have some special hands. He won't have an easier catch all year, and that one goes right through the gloves. He only has 1 catch for 6 yards today, 3 targets for Marvin Harrison Jr., and a shocking drop on what would have been a huge play for the Cardinals. On the left side of your screen, it's a 2nd and 6, and Justin Herbert goes over the top of his target. 3rd and 7 for Kyler Murray, and he goes inside, makes the catch, and move the sticks for Arizona. First down.
45. 18-yard pickup to Zay Jones.
Front side off the play action fake. You got Johnson going down the middle of the field and then all of a sudden hitting the corner route with McConkey underneath him. That's where he wants to go, but you can see they have high-low coverage on him. Somebody over the top, so then he tries coming back to the left knowing that he's under pressure just to throw the ball away. Good coverage upfield.
The 3rd down conversions today for the Chargers. 3rd down and 6.
He's an Allen on Moss up top, Kevin.
It's Herbert to the air. He'll go underneath. It's caught by McConkey, who got tackled on the play by Surtain, but slices through.
Part of that is because they've got some continuity in their offense. Kyler Murray, as you said, it's year number 3 with Drew Petzing. So now, since we have a lot of the same players, now you have a lot of the same plays.
Mason, Surtain to the outside on McConkey, gets rubbed a little bit by Gadsden going to the flat. Actually, that's Conklin going to the flat. Surtain has to cut underneath him. That just gives enough separation for Herbert to get it in there and get the first down.
McConkey with his 3rd reception today. Had 5 against the Raiders Monday, 6 in Brazil against the Chiefs. 1st and 10. Blitz is on. Heavy pressure, low and incomplete. Hufanga, along with Moss, were all over the
football as a complementary game. Offense has to complement the defense, and Dallas's defense, to be in a shootout and give up those big explosive plays like you referenced at halftime, KB, is putting this offense feeling like they're not doing a lot, even though they're having a productive day.
Miles Sanders again. Left side, and it gets belted by Edmonds, but not before.
Let's go to the quad box right now. 4 games in the late window. You've got a 2-0 versus 2-0 game going on between the Cardinals and the 49ers. The Seattle Seahawks putting it to the New Orleans Saints. Impressive performance on offense for the Chicago Bears in the first half. We'll see what they do in the second half against Dallas. And then this key AFC West matchup, Justin Herbert and the Chargers trying to win this game, get to 3-0 and add some distance between them and the rest of the division. The Denver Broncos have other ideas, though, and they have the lead.
To the air, blocked by Alm down the middle. It's caught by Johnston. Has the first down. Banged on the play. Singleton, but they get the first down. First down with the first sack of the game. It's Dominique Robinson.
Yeah, Guyton gets beat on the left side. They also have an inside pressure.
To where you can't allow him to turn up the field. Look, he catches that ball. He's a good 6 yards short of the line to gain. And Singleton with a big hit, but not able to come up with the tackle short of the line to gain. And now it's a 1st and goal.
Hampton at the side, 2 tight ends, 1st and goal. Hampton, all the block. Gaston a block. Hufanga had a hand on him, and he broke free and got about a yard.
He's not going to go anywhere. Tremaine Edmonds, shoestring tackle, and the Bears defense gets a hold.
It's the second time I've seen Dak do that now when they line up close to the line. Even even if they blitz one guy, it feels like, oh, there's a lot of them coming. I better just check it down. Second time Dak.
We documented last week 6 times the Colts were in the red zone and only came away with 2 scores, settling for 4 field goal attempts.
Broncos have been called for 3 penalties on this drive defensively.